smoke because the kid the coldest. I ain't changed, I stay the same and maintain it. Safe to say the kid getting older. Forever gang, I'm never switching over. Made a lane and niggas can't get over. I can't mess with rappers, they be bogus. Rather get the pack and keep it open. Big dripper stand up in the ocean. Everybody trapping, we get lost. He ain't 4PF, but he ain't got motion. Made a half a ticket out promotion. Shout out Switch and Sweet and keep me rolling. But if we get the op, we gotta roll. Ride around with Drake, like we OVO. I got some rats and I want some. Still got them pass in the hood, call it give and go. Keep a nigga, man, bitch in the figure four. Let me fuck when I want, I just come and go. Man, these rats get too deep for these skinny clothes. I might put me in him in some picture boat. They look bro, hit this nigga, it's like getting low. I spent time on the roots on the Lambo and didn't even know how to meet them motherfuckers go. On my birthday, I just wanna look at those. 30 people don't play with me, period. You just follow behind in the years. Been working, I feel like a tourist. I'm the one from the bottom who sold out my partner, the promise to drive the period. Oh, he know. I fuck with lines and I'm gonna bust. You can't put on it.
Whoop. Here I come. Oh, here I come. Oh.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? You already know what it is. It's DG. And we back with another live video. And today we got our NFL pick'ems. I stopped doing this because I got the other YouTube channel. I got a link to this live stream. So y'all go subscribe to the other YouTube channel. That's where most of the Dolphin content will be at. I'm probably going to post the all 22 of the Patriots today, later on today or tomorrow in the morning. I don't know. I gotta see. I've been real busy. I've been trying to handle the clothing line as well, DG merchandise. So I had a lot on my plate, but things are starting to slow down. But I'm still going through some things. But we're gonna make it happen though. We're gonna make it happen. I could never stop YouTube. What y'all think, man? Just because our team's sorry, you think I'm gonna stop? Nah, that's definitely not the case, man. But today we're gonna be on Prize Picks, man. We're gonna be on Prize Picks. I'm a little bit more comfortable with Prize Picks. We still gonna go over the games though, based off the injury reports and all that. I don't know how I could view it via the game. I'm not too sure, but we're gonna make this work. Let me see. NFL games. So we just gonna look at the schedule to see each game. I'm gonna give you my pick'ems for each game, straight like that. So first game's Jets versus Vikings. Vikings, they've been playing real well. These last few games, Brian Flores, he's been scheming it up correctly with this defense. They got Aaron Rodgers over there with the Jets. Aaron Rodgers, he didn't really look like Aaron Rodgers against the Broncos. The Broncos not really that good of a defense, So I like the Vikings in this one. I do want to pick the Jets. I do want to go with the underdog, but I don't know. I feel like Brian Flores, he's gonna continue to do what he does, and he's gonna be able to lock down whoever the Jets got. I think they got Garrett Wilson against Stephon Gilmore, Brian Murphy against Mike Williams, and then what other receiver that they have? Alan Lazard. They're gonna have somebody for everybody on that offense. Somebody for everybody. So I do think the Vikings should be able to pull it off. Sam Darnold, this is his old team, so this should be his motivation in regards to him winning this game. So I like the Vikings in this one. Y'all let me know how y'all feel with this game. I'd say the Bears. They got Caleb Williams and then Bryce Young, but it's gonna be Andy Dalton playing. So that could be a different factor in regards to who wins. Different factor. I mean, it's gonna be at the Bears. They got Keenan Allen back. They got all their weapons. They got a Cole Kmet. They stopped using DeAndre Swift like that, so they're gonna start using all the running backs. Roshan Johnson, DeAndre Swift, Khalil Herbert. So all those guys should be able to get touches this game. But I do feel like mm, this is a close one. I'm not even gonna lie. This is definitely a close one. But I mean, I seen what the Bears did last week against the Rams when they had Matthew Stafford. So I think Matthew Stafford is better than Andy Dalton. So the Bears looking good in this one. The Bears looking good. Um, with this matchup, I low key got to pick the Browns, bro. I low key got to pick the Browns. Jaden Daniels, he been playing too well to the point where I don't know if he gonna keep it up. I do not know if he gonna keep it up. Browns they have a good defense. Some games they don't show it. Simple as that. Some games they do not show it. Let me make sure y'all can hear me. Y'all can hear me. But yeah, some games he doesn't show it. So it's just Deshaun Watson what he does against this defense. This defense played well. This defense played well. So um, it's just based off Jaden Daniels. If he balls out, then they gonna win. But if he let the defense get to him, then they gonna lose this game. So this is a very close one as well. But I'm gonna pick the Browns because I feel like the Commanders are not gonna be able to keep it up. If you get what I'm trying to say. Dolphins versus Patriots. This should be another close one. We don't have our starting quarterback Tua hurt. Patriots, it seems like they're still using Jacoby Brissett. Their O line is not all that, so we should be able to get to the quarterback this game. We should be able to. We got Tyreek Odell. He gonna be playing this game. We got Waddle. So it's all on Tyler Huntley if he could get the boys the ball, man. I know we don't have the best O line in front of him, but he gonna have to make it work. He gonna have to make it work, man. We can't we can't do nothing else in regards to O line. I wish we could. I wish we could, but we don't really got no money in the O line, man. We don't. But with this game, I do think the Dolphins could pull this off, man. If Tyler Huntley is comfortable enough to the point where he practiced this whole week and he got Odell, Waddle, and Hill out there, I think Dolphins could pull this off. I think so. And the Patriots, they lost a lot of guys on defense as well. They lost a lot of guys, so I like the Dolphins on in this matchup. Next game, Colts versus Jaguars. If Joe Flacco playing, I like the Colts, and I think they're leaning towards Joe Flacco being the starter this game. They're leaning towards that, so I like Colts again against the Jaguars at their house. So Jaguars might finish 0-5. That might be unacceptable for Trevor Lawrence, and he might ball out this game. But I feel like the Colts with Joe Flacco, they're just a different team. They're a different team, man. Maybe ATR is healthy enough to play, but I don't think they're gonna let ATR play this game. They want to see another game of Joe Flacco because of what he did when he came in. He looked pretty good, just like he looked like over there with the Browns. He looked good. Bills versus Texans. I have to pick the Texans. I feel like the Texans are a good team that the Bills have not seen yet. The Bills got manhandled by the Baltimore Ravens, so it seemed like the Bills against good teams, they're not that good. So I feel like the Texans gonna win this one, and it's in Houston. So I like this matchup, but I do like the Texans in this one. Bengals versus Ravens. I like the Ravens. No, I like the Bengals. I picked the Bengals in this one. The Ravens, they had a good win last week, but I feel like Joe Burrow, he should be able to keep up with the receivers that he have. T. Higgins, and he got Jamar Chase out there. Hopefully they could like support the run game with the passing game. They got Zach Moss, Chase Brown. The Ravens, they have Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson, Zay Flowers. But do you think the Ravens have that much firepower to come into Cincinnati and beat them boys? Do you think so? I don't know. We're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see. But I do like the Bengals in this one. I like the Bengals. Next game, Raiders versus Broncos. Broncos, they had a good win last week. Not a good win, but a good win. They only put up like what 10 points? 10 points, something like that. And then the Raiders, I feel like I don't know how they're gonna win without Devontae Adams. I just don't know. But I do like the Broncos since this is at their house, so they should be able to pull out the win. They should be able to. Cardinals versus 49ers. I like the 49ers. I feel like Kyler Murray, he just can't do with just Marvin Harrison Jr. out there. He just can't do that, to be honest. So I like the 49ers in this one, and I think everybody healthy pretty much. Everybody healthy. So this team, when they're healthy, they're a very dangerous team. Very dangerous. And this is in San Fran, so that should be a way tougher matchup than y'all think. A lot of people they probably gonna choose the Cardinals because they lost last week, but I don't think it's gonna be the Cardinals. I think it's gonna be the 49ers. I think so. Giants versus Seahawks. I like the Seahawks in this one. And it's at Seattle. The Dolphins lost over there, the noise and all that. They don't have enough talent. Neighbors, he gonna be out this game. So who Daniel's gonna pass it to? So it has to be the Seahawks. That's a lock right there. That's definitely a lock. Packers versus Rams. I like the Packers. Jordan Love. He needs to rebound from last week that loss against the Vikings. He needs to rebound from that, and he needs to make sure that he can get all his boys the ball because it seems like everybody mad that they're not getting the ball. So this should be a good game for Jordan Love. He should be able to dish out the ball to everybody out there, and that should be too much for the Rams to handle because the Rams they dealing with their own injuries. So they hanging by a thread right now. But I feel like once they go up against a good team, which is the Packers, in my opinion, then they're gonna get their hand dealt with pretty much. So I like the Packers in this one. With this matchup, Cowboys versus Steelers. Hmm. I like the Cowboys. I like the Cowboys. The Steelers aren't they undefeated or they lost one game? Or they lost one game, man. They're not gonna do it for too long with Justin Fields. They're not gonna do it for too long with Justin Fields. And the Cowboys, they got a decent defense, but Michael Parsons, he will not be playing. He will not be playing. But that rookie that they have, Marshawn Nealon, he been playing okay for them, so he should be able to replace Michael Parsons. Should be able to. But I just like the Cowboys because they got a better quarterback. I feel like the better quarterback will win this game. The quarterback who could pass it the best will win this game. I don't think Dak Prescott is a better passer than Justin Fields. I just don't think so. So I like the Cowboys in this matchup. And with the Saints versus Chiefs, whoo, this is gonna be a hard one as well. I'm gonna have to go with the Saints, bro, because of Rasheed Rice being injured. The Saints, they're a good defense. Patrick Mahomes, he hasn't really looked like himself. Isaiah Pacheco, he not out there. I feel like Derek Carr, he's good enough to move the ball on the Chiefs. He's good enough to do that. So, I do like the Saints in this one. Do like the Saints. That's the big upset. Big upset, man. But yeah, those are all my picks for this week. Y'all let me know what y'all think. We're gonna double back next week and see how I did with these picks. We're gonna definitely double back. But now we're gonna go to prize picks, see what numbers they giving us in regards to players. I don't know how I'm going to search up. Okay, I'm just gonna search up by team. Hold on. Card. Okay, so we're gonna look up the Cardinals players. They got Kyler Murray in here. We got Trey McBride. He's healthy this week. They got Michael Wilson. I'd stay away from Michael Wilson because of McBride being back in this week. Um, I like Zaven Collins for 0.25 seconds. I do like that right there. I do like that right there. You could take Marvin Harrison for a touchdown. I feel like Kyler Murray, he's gonna throw a touchdown, and one of them gonna have to be to Marvin Harrison or maybe Trey McBride. Either one of those two guys will be able to get a touchdown. The 49ers, they have a good defense, but I feel like Kyler Murray, he should be able to throw a touchdown. He's too good of a quarterback for him not to throw a touchdown against the 49ers. And you're going to see him twice this year, so you better be comfortable playing that defense. Better be comfortable. James Conner, they going to use him a lot. They're going to use him a lot. So the rushing attempts, I would take that for more. Rushing touchdowns, I would take that most definitely. They use him in the screen game. Greg Dortch, he began some targets, low key. He began some targets. So that would be another nice pickup. I don't know about the 8.5 fantasy score. That's a little bit too high. A little bit too high, man. So you better hope that he score if you get this. You better hope. Elijah Higgins, former Dolphin. I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna score it. That's a tough call right there because they got McBride back. If McBride was still out, then I would take the touchdown for Elijah Higgins. I would definitely take that right there. He's gonna be a good matchup with Fred Warner and Devondre Campbell. Good matchup. Um, but yeah, that's all the picks that they got. They got some people on defense. They got Mac Wilson. 8 reception targets. I think Marvin he will get that. I think he will get that. Let's go to the 49ers, see what they got. Prize picks, they got they got dual picks as well. So they put 2 players on a pick. It's called combos. They got combos. That's to where you can combine the receiving yards. If you think one player gonna do something and the other player probably not gonna do it, but he has a chance to do it, then that's an easier pick for you with the combos. Way easier picks. So that's why I like using prize picks. I got Hard Rock. What else I got? I got Dabble as well. I got Underdog. But Brandon Ayuk, I would take him for. I'd probably take him for touchdowns because he hasn't gotten a touchdown yet ever since he's been playing. So he might be able to get one, sneak one in this game. Um, Arizona Cardinals, they don't really got a good secondary. So I'm not really worried about them. So Ayuk, he should be able to get open and score on the Cardinals. Brock Purdy, he should be able to have a good game. I do like him for over 20.5 pass completions. He got Debo. He got Jennings out there. He got George Kittle out there. He has all his guys, so he should be able to get hit over that 20. Should be able to hit over that 20. Jordan Mason seems like Christian McCaffrey. He might be out longer than we are expecting. So Jordan Mason, you can always pick him up. I wouldn't trust the touchdown slip for him just yet. I wouldn't trust that. But rushing or receiving, I take him. I take him. He at 11.5. With McCaffrey, they'll throw it to him for a good 4 or 5 times each game. 4 or 5 times. It depends on what the defense gives them. It depends. But the one I'd be more comfortable in taking is the rush yards. I'd be okay with the rush yards. Um, Juwan Jennings, I do want to pick him up for a touchdown. He might be able to get one too. This is an easier matchup. And on top of that, all the starters will be in, so he might be able to be not the focus of that defense. And then once he's not the focus, that gives him an easy way to score. Easy way to score. George Kittle, I like him for receptions. When he was out there, it seemed like him and Brock Purdy have a good connection. Debo Samuel, what I like him for? I take Debo Samuel for rushing yards and fantasy score because I watched Debo play his last game and he don't look the same. That would look like he gained a lot of weight, to be honest. That boy got a little beer belly on him now. No caps, but we're gonna see how he performs. We're gonna see. Next game, we could search up the Jets. Let's check out the Jets. I'm getting to the comments in a little bit. Just give me 1 second. Let me get this. Okay. YouTube. What's good, my boy Ralph? Raiders are sitting out 7 players this week. Oh wow. Oh wow. So the matchup against the Raiders, that should be an easy one that we should be able to take advantage of. Who they playing again? Who they playing again? Let me check. Oh, they playing the Broncos. So I see they got Devontae Adams out. Let me just share this tab with y'all. They got Devontae Adams out. They got Luke Matterson out. They got Michael Mayer out. They got Thayer Mumford out. They got Richardson out. They got Trey Taylor, Zamir White. So I like Alexander Madison off rip. I like. Let me go back. Let me go to Raiders real quick. We got to put Alexander Madison. We got to put Brock Bowers. Let me see. Yeah, prize picks taking a long time. Okay. Okay, so yeah, take Alexander Madison for anything, to be honest. Take him for anything. It will work. Brock Bowers, take him for a fantasy score, receptions, whatever you want with Brock Bowers. These are two free slips right here. I like Alexander Madison for a rushing touchdown. Maybe Brock Bowers for a receiving touchdown as well. I'd make a little slip like that, to be honest. I would. You know. Um Let me see. Gardner Minshew. I don't know if he gonna hit the passing yards. I'm not too sure. Based off what has been dealt with him. I don't know. If he's able to throw it to Jacoby Myers, he caught a few balls last game, even with Devontae Adams out. Trey Tucker, he did his thing. He looking like the receiver number one for them. So I like him for over the receptions. I like him for over the receptions. I don't know about the touchdown. I like Brock Bowers, Jacoby Myers for a touchdown. I like Alexander Madison for a touchdown. I'll pick those guys before I go for Trey Tucker. But Trey Tucker, he should be able to get a lot of receiving yards. Maybe a rushing yard. They have him. They have him for rushing yards here. So I do like him for that. Let's go to the Broncos real quick. Uh, all right, Broncos. We got Bo Nix. They losing people, so I do like Bo Nix for. I give him passing plus rushing touchdowns. 215.5. I take that most definitely. I take that for more right there. Definitely take that for more. Um, Let me see. Cortland Sutton, I know he gonna ball out this game. He gonna have more than 4 receptions. Take him for more for on that one. Uh, Maybe a touchdown as well. McLaughlin, I like him for a touchdown. I think he gonna score this game. Javonte Williams, I don't know. I don't know why he look like that right now. I do not know. Sometimes they use Jaleel McLaughlin most of the game, and they use Javonte Williams a little bit, and then they'll do the vice versa. So I think it's just matchup dependent. Matchup dependent. So Javonte Williams, he might get the bulk of the carries against the Raiders. I feel like that's a better matchup for him than McLaughlin. Better matchup for him. So I do think Javonte, he might be able to, beat out McLaughlin in regards to carries. He might be able to. How much they got him for carries? 12.5. I think he might get more. I think he might get more than that. Um, they got Josh Reynolds too. He should get more than this amount of receiving yards. He's pretty much the wide receiver number two. And what you call it, Bo Nix, he's showing us that he's able to do that. he's able to get the ball to Josh Reynolds. So he does that consistently. If there's a game that you want to take a kicker, this would be a good game as well. I think Will Lutz, he will be busy this game. He will be busy. Same thing for the Raiders kicker. He will be busy as well. In division game, I'm expecting some points. Last week, the Broncos ain't really score, so I feel like they're gonna score this week, and that's gonna make the Raiders have to score as well. But I do think the Raiders are able to score on the Broncos, so it should be a close game. But like I said, I like the Broncos in this one. I think it's at Denver, right? I think it's at Denver, so I do like the Broncos. Do like the Broncos. Let me see. Giants versus Seahawks. Let me check that out real quick. Hold on, I'm checking on my slip right now. Okay, good, good, good. All right, Giants. Oh, I like this one. Brian Burns, 0.25 sacks, and that's a oh my, I gotta take this one. I gotta take this one. I'm gonna cook one up right now as we speak. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm gonna cook one up right now as we speak on Prize Picks. I like Brian Burns for the 0.25 sacks. You know, I like the tackles over there with the Seahawks, but I do think Brian Burns, he's gonna at least get at least half a sack. At least half. Daniel Jones. I don't know what Daniel Jones gonna do. I do not know what Daniel Jones gonna do. I think he's gonna throw an interception. I do think he's gonna throw an interception. No cap. No cap. Um, I think he runs for a rushing touchdown? I think he could do that. I think he could do that. No neighbors, so it's more likely that he runs in for a touchdown. You know, they're not gonna give up a lot. In the passing game, they're gonna have to run it with Singletary. They're gonna dare him to run it with Singletary. That's what they're gonna do because the receivers, they're a threat. Darius Slayton, he's a threat. You know, um, Jalen Hyatt, he's a threat. Wandale Robinson, he's a threat. Tyrone Tracy, he been getting a lot of touches. He has been for real, for real. So I would take Theo Johnson for receiving yards since Neighbors is out. That's pretty much their best receiving tight end pretty much in their team. So I do think he gonna get the receiving yards. I do think he gonna get that. Who else? Dexter Lawrence. Yeah, I think he gonna get a sack. I think so. He's probably like a top three D tackle in the whole league right now. Top three probably. And then let's check out the Seahawks. Seahawks, they got DK on here. I like DK with everything on this list. Everything. Especially a touchdown. I think DK, he gonna score. Um Geno Smith pass attempts. I think he gonna get less than that because they gonna have the lead. Jason Myers, I like him for the 1.5 field goals. Probably by like second half, he should be able to get that. Uh Njibba, I like him for receptions. They got him for 5. I like I'd say over 3.5. You could put that on underdog. Here they got 5. I put 3.5 for it in Jigba. I put 3.5. Kenneth Walker, 72.5 rushing yards. It depends. on how much they use him and how much they use Zach Charbonnet. That's the only question right there. Only question. I don't know if Zach Charbonnet is injured. Yeah, let me know in the comments. I don't think so. I don't think so. They got Tyler Lockett. He should be able to get some catches today. He should be able to. But they don't even have him on here for receptions. I like Zach Charbonnet for fantasy score. I would pick that. I would pick that one up right there. I like that one. Maybe even a touchdown. Maybe Kenneth Walker first one to score, and then Zach Charbonnet he scores in like the second half because the boys are up by so much. That's what I'm predicting. And like I said, this game is in Seattle, so it's home field advantage for the Seahawks. So they definitely gonna win this game. Most definitely. Let me check out Packers versus Rams. Who's out this game? Devontae White, he's out. Cooper Cup and Laurel Murchison, he's out as well. Let me see. A lot of people been taking Dontavian Wicks for receiving yards. A lot of people been taking him. Emmanuel Wilson. It seems like they're splitting carries between him and what's the dude name? Josh Jacobs. Not bad. Josh Jacobs. So it's gonna be him and Josh Jacobs splitting carries. Jaden Reed, I think he's gonna get over the receiving yards. I think so. Jordan Love, he should have a good game. I like him for. Mm, I think Jordan Love throwing 3 touchdowns. Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure. I am not sure, but it's possible though. I do like Josh Jacobs for a touchdown. That boy still ain't scored yet. He still ain't scored yet, and they got him as a light green for a touchdown. I think he did score, maybe probably once or twice. But I do like him for a touchdown with this matchup that he got right here against the Rams. They don't really have a defense like that, so I do think Josh Jacobs is gonna push one in for a touchdown. Sacks. Who could get a sack on the Rams on the D line? Preston Smith. He should be able to get back there. He should be able to. Tucker Craft. He been having a large role with the offense. I like him for receptions. I don't know about yards. I don't know about yards. Let me get to the Rams real quick. All right, with the Rams, no Cooper Cup, no Nakua. Jordan Winnington, he had a lot of PT last week and he got some yards. He got some yards. So I'll take him for a fantasy score to be on the safer side because you don't know what he gonna do. You don't know. They got Demarcus Robinson. He pretty much the number one receiver right now. He gonna be going up against Jair, 75, 80% of the time. So we gotta see how that matchup goes. But Demarcus Robinson, you should be able to catch a few balls from Matthew Stafford, even though he has a tough matchup. He should be able to go out there. Kyron Williams, they're gonna use him. They're gonna force feed him. They're gonna force feed him because they don't really got nobody else that they could do that with. Nobody. I take him for receiving yards. I don't think they got receptions for him. They don't. No, they don't. They don't. Matthew Stafford, I like him for over 21.5 pass completions. I like him for that. What else I like? They got Tutu for 50 receiving yards. Man, that's a stretch right there. That's a stretch right there. Uh, Tyler Johnson, I like this. 10.5 receiving yards. I do like that one. Not all the receivers gonna play 100% of the snaps, so you gotta put somebody in. And Tyler Johnson, he's that receiver that they're gonna put in. He is that receiver. I think Raiders still win versus Broncos in Denver. You think so? In Denver, Daniel Jones pick or pick six. I think he gonna get a pick. I don't know about pick six. Maybe Devin Witherspoon gets one on him. Then boom, takes it back for a touchdown. I think that's possible. That's definitely possible. Okay, that's it for the Rams versus Packers game. Cowboys versus Steelers. Who's out? Brandon Cooks. He's out. Interesting. So Jalen Tolbert, one person we gotta keep an eye out for. Jeremiah Moon, Cordell Patterson. He's out. Jalen Warren. He's out. So Najee Harris. He's somebody that could be able to score. Let me see. But I'm shocked that Brandon Cooks he's out. I'm shocked about that. So that's gonna be a tough so to be real. No Brandon Cooks. I do like CD for the rush yards. I do like him for the rush yards. He's gonna take at least two back each game, from what I noticed from their playbook. They're gonna let him run at least two times during the game. At least two times. 6.5 receptions. I don't know about 6.5. 5.5 I take 5.5, but 6.5 too rich for my book. Um, Let me see. Dak Prescott. I think he's gonna run this game. I think he's gonna run. They got him for 7.5 rush yards. I do think he surpasses that. The completions, I don't know. The Saints, they got a very, very good defense, so it just depends on how their O line holds up. Just depends. Jake Ferguson, he's always good for some targets, but you don't know what he's gonna do with those targets. Jalen Tolbert, I like him for over 5 reception targets. I like him for that. Kavontae Turpin, you could take him as well. He's another good receiver that they got that could replace Brandon Cooks easily, easily. So Kavontae Turpin, Tolbert, or Dowdle, all them boys will score a touchdown. Not will, but they might score a touchdown. I could see it. I could see with Dowdle. It just depends on if Dalvin Cook does not play. Then I do see him doing this. I do see him doing this, but I do think Dalvin Cook he gonna play next week. He gonna play next week. Right here we got the Saints versus Chiefs. We almost done with all the games, surprisingly enough. Saints versus Chiefs. We got Alvin Kamara. I think this is gonna be his game. I do like him for the touchdown slip with against the Chiefs. I do like him here. Um, Receiving yards, that could be a possibility, but I'm scared about the receiving yards. They got a 24.5 receiving yards. The light head, the angel. They got him for that. So I would take that rather than that 31.5. Definitely take the lower on that. Rushing attempts 15.5. I would be comfortable with that. A lot of their backup running backs are hurt or just not as good as he is, so he gonna get the bulk of the carries. The bulk of them, and I think they're gonna run the ball more than 20 times this game, more than 20 times. Fantasy kicker. I do like Blake Groupie. That's his name, Groupie. That's crazy, man. That's a crazy name. Crazy name. I like Blake Groupie for field goals made. Chris Olave, 5 receptions. I don't know about that. Maybe four. I was thinking four, but five is in. Five is in. I do think Olave goes over on receiving yards. I think he hits like the 60, 70 range. Even though they have a good defense, they got good cover corners out there. Trent McDuffie, the safety's good over there with the Chiefs. I don't think they're going to be able to lock down Chris Olave. Not just yet. Not just yet. Derek Carr, I think it's going to be a shootout. He's going to throw for over 210 yards. If it's going to be a shootout, he's going to try to catch up to Mahomes, and we're going to see be able to do that. The more times he's on the ball, on the field, the more opportunity he gets to throw for that amount. So I do like Derek Carr for passing yards. Do like him for passing yards. But if you think Derek Carr going to ball out on this game against the Chiefs, take him for fantasy score. Don't be scared. Don't be shy. Put your money in where everybody else is not really putting their money in. And nobody really putting their money in regards to Derek Carr fantasy. They think he gonna get murdered by the Chiefs. That's what they think, but you never know. You never know. Uh, Pass completions 20.5. I would stay away from that. I'm not too sure. I'm a little worried about the Chiefs defensive backfield, so I'm not too sure about that right there. Derek Carr over 1.5 passing touchdowns. I say no. I give him one. I give him one. Uh, and then they got Rashid Rice. Not Rashid Rice, Rashid Saeed. My apologies. 48 yards. With a good quarterback, he should be able to get this. With a very, very good quarterback, he should be able to. But they don't have him for receiving yards. They don't. They don't. Okay. So yeah, those are my picks for each game, man. Those are my picks. Next video, I got my boy Spoon. A shout out to my boy Get Rich or Die Trying. Who's the best Zoe playing right now? Kirby Joseph or Ashton Genty? I gotta give it to Ashton, bro. Ashton, he a different breed, man. He a different breed. I gotta check if he related or not because hey, he gonna get a bag in the league. He definitely gonna get a bag in the league. I got a video to show y'all real quick. My homeboy, he gave me the picks. It kind of cut off during the middle. Let me see. Spoon. I'm just trying to find those videos for y'all. Oh, this is 6 days ago. This not it. Okay, the one he sent me, the unlisted. I look. You gotta go on Instagram to go find it. But let me get y'all to Dr. Jesse Morris. That's who I go to whenever there's injuries. He always keep me updated. Always. It seems like he hasn't posted no recent. Looking through his page. Don't worry, y'all. It's coming. Don't worry. Mm-mm-mm. Let me just go to his media. This is week 5, so we could listen to this.
We will see them play the Atlanta Falcons. And we know that there are a ton of injuries, but this is also the first bye week of the season. We have the Detroit Lions, the Los Angeles Chargers, the Philadelphia Eagles, and the Tennessee Titans all on bye this week. So I don't really need to talk about any of those guys because the majority of the guys that are injured are going to come back the following week. Now, there are several injuries that we do need to talk about, and I'm going to briefly cover them. Now, normally I have a really good grasp on who's going to play on Sunday. Not always the case this week. Now, Wednesday can be tricky. Sometimes it's super obvious, hey, this guy's good. Last week, we got a couple curveballs later in the week. This week could very well be similar. And what I mean that is that there's a good chance Thursday and Friday practices are going to determine if they're going to be able to play. Now, I usually record this on Wednesdays because by the time I get it out on Thursdays, you're already playing the Thursday night game. And Fridays, you already made a lot of your collective decisions for the week. So that's traditionally why I do it on Thursdays after the first set of practices. Now, Anthony Richardson has really struggled early on in the season.
Yep.
Running about 50% accuracy, reception completion. And he's already thrown 6 interceptions, but he was able to stay healthy until now. Now he suffered a hip injury, what we call a hip pointer, which isn't overly concerning, but also an oblique injury and an abdominal strain. So there's a possibility he is dealing with 3 separate injuries. He practiced in limited capacity today. This could go either way. I'm assuming he's going to play, but I would not be surprised if he exits the game early. So he is definitely a little bit of a risky play. And the obliques can bother him. This is an abdominal injury that traditionally has a tendency to cause a lot of problems with rotating and twisting, which obviously you need as a quarterback. Aaron Rodgers, who struggled in their last week's game against Denver, which was a hot garbage game. He was on the Pat McAfee show yesterday saying, hey, my knee's swollen, it's banged up, it's sore. So logically, he's on the injury report today with exactly that. I'm not super worried about it. He doesn't have a whole lot of mobility anyway. But I'm hoping that we see a little bit of something from Breece Hall and from Garrett Wilson because it's been pretty bad. Will Levis did suffer likely an AC sprain. That's what it looked like classically. He did not obviously return to the game. They have a bye week this week. He'll probably be back next week with no significant downstream issues. This is likely a type 1. For reference, Anthony Richardson was a type 3. So significant more damage for Richardson. Justin Herbert actually looked pretty good and should be significantly better next week, although he probably did re-injure it in some capacity just because he played through his high ankle. Andy Dalton looked fine in his ankle. Jordan Love actually was hobbling around pretty good. Had another monster, game in terms of fantasy points, and he'll probably be even better this week because of his health and hopefully not playing from behind. He'll take another couple of weeks to finally get acclimated, and this will deter him from running as well. And he's not much of a runner anyway. Russell Wilson is basically the backup at this point. They can drag this calf thing out as long as they want, but realistically, he's basically the backup until if Justin Fields has any issues. He looked pretty good. Bijan Robinson, good to go tomorrow night with a hamstring injury that he suffered likely in week 4, but he also had a shoulder injury. And I believe I was told that he had a touchdown call back that would have been a substantial amount of points. So he could have had a much better game. I would not be surprised to see Algier basically split the carries here. It would not surprise me at all. That's basically what happened last week. But if you have him, you have to start him. That's just what it is. Jonathan Taylor has a high ankle sprain. And, realistically, even though he's had this surgically repaired, I would be astonished if it plays this week. It's just not a smart idea. And he didn't practice today. I don't think he plays this week. And I think Trey Sermon takes over and he's kind of a top 15 to, in that 15 to 20 range this.
Trey Sermon, he the backup running back for the Colts. So if y'all want to take a running back for a touchdown, a sleeper running back is Trey Sermon. Everybody not really picking Trey Sermon, but pick Trey Sermon for a rushing touchdown. Pick him.
Week. Brian Robinson popped up today with a knee injury and he did not practice. A little concerning. I don't have any specifics on it. I did not see a play where he got injured. So we're going to have to monitor this. If he practices in a limited capacity tomorrow, great news. If he doesn't practice again, then we're going to have to figure out. There's a good chance Eckler should be back. He's progressing through the concussion protocol. They still have, I think, Rodriguez, and they have a couple other guys. So McNichols or whatever his name is, he might be worthy of a pickup because he scored a bunch of points, and maybe that's where the ball would go. Travis Etienne's been really, dealing with a shoulder injury. It could be an AC sprain. He left and came back and left again, and he didn't get a lot of volume in the second half. And Bigsby looks much better, so there's a chance that Etienne loses it in middle of the season. If they start dragging, I wouldn't be surprised if they traded him.
Hey, Edson, he's on the trade block. So if y'all want to take Tank Bisbee for carries or rushing yards, that would be a good pickup. A good pickup on your slip.
So we'll see how that plays out. Devin Singletary popped up with a groin today. Did not practice at all. These do have a tendency to linger. These are frustrating injuries, and usually they take a couple weeks to heal. I'm not ready to rule him out yet, but Tyrone Tracy is going to get more volume than he usually does. He looked really good in the past couple of weeks. So if Devin Singletary's out, Tracy could be a sneaky kind of play, even though we'll talk about in a little bit. They're going to be really restricted.
I told you about Tyrone Tracy. I told y'all. Pick him up.
Jeff Wilson Jr. tweaked his knee. We don't have any more details. Not really relevant. Tyler Beatty ended up injuring his back. It needed to be stretched off. Eventually flew home. It sounds like he's probably going to be out, but and again, he's not really relevant. I think Javonte Williams becomes the guy until we hear about Audric Estime, who's on IR. Cordarrelle Patterson is dealing with an ankle injury. I think he's in a boot, so I'm pretty much all but expecting him to miss. Kamara was banged up last week, but still had a really good week, or for the most part, a good week. Najee Harris did not look good at all. And Jaylen Warren did not practice again today. So there's a chance he misses again this week with that knee injury.
Yeah, he got ruled out.
And I wouldn't, if you have to drop him, you have to drop him. But I would not drop him if you had a choice, because he is going to, a very good chance he's going to be needed, because they're really banged up line, and he's a really good receiving specialist. So I would not get rid of him if I could help it. Jerome Ford popped up with a knee last week. He was fine. Bucky Irving, despite with that hamstring injury, he played and it did okay. He'll be better this week. He could eat tomorrow night. I mean, absolutely eat. So I
heard him, Jerome Ford, Browns running back. Jerome Ford.
You should start him if you have him. Rashad White has struggled on the ground. He also had that groin injury, but he's more of a receiving specialist. Joe Mixon did not practice today, dealing with that ankle injury still. It's either a medial or a high ankle, one of the two. They're very similar timelines, and they're both frustrating injuries, and there's a chance that he comes back this week. But if not, Dameon Pierce is still out with that hammy, at least so far. This could be Cam Akers again this week, so we'll see how it plays out. But, last week Mixon practiced on Friday and didn't play, so we'll have to see how it is. And this is, I believe, the third week in a row.
I could take Cam Akers as well. Cam Akers, that'll be a good pickup. I thought Dameon Pierce was going to play, but he got ruled out.
Mostert has a chance to come back this week with that chest injury. Again, I don't know how relevant it is, but we'll see. Kenneth Walker looked absolutely bananas and dominant in his first game back after an oblique. Looked really good. Probably not even 100% yet, but I would recommend, obviously, continuing to smash with him. Charbonnet did get some love in the receiving game as well as running, but
you always got to watch out for Charbonnet, bro. Even though Kenneth Walker is in or out, Charbonnet can get such.
That was definitely Walker's game. So in the next video, in the next part of this video, we're going to cover wide receivers and tight ends.
It could be in the comment. I don't know where that video at.
of October, which is fantastic news. Hey guys, Dr. Morris, injury expert. So Nick Chubb is actually making his debut to the practice field tomorrow, Wednesday, the 2nd of October, which is fantastic news. Now let's set up some expectations for him. He is less than a year removed.
You funny, fam. Steelers got the worst RB room. Low key. Najee Harris, he's just a good name. That's it. I thought he's gonna get a dog when he came out of Alabama, but he's not. He's not, man. You know. Fam, you gotta go not react. Go to my Twitch page. You know, I be on there reacting to all the college games, some of the NFL games. That's where I be at now. Not YouTube. YouTube, I'll be here every once in a while. I edit a video, post on YouTube, but as soon as I wake up, I hop on the computer. I'm on Twitch. I'm just streaming. And then some of the videos from Twitch, I'll post it on this YouTube or my other YouTube channels. And that's how it really works. So y'all go check out my Twitch channel. Please, y'all go check it out. Y'all go check out my merch channel as well at DGLiveemerchandise.com. That's what your boy.
From a 2-stage approach to his ACL reconstruction. He had a severe MCL reconstruction, which is the ligament on the inside of the knee, that was done initially just about a year ago. And then he had to wait 6 weeks and had a second surgery, which is actually when they reconstructed his ACL. So this is a complicated procedure. This is a big deal. He already had an injury to this knee in college. So that means he tore ligaments that were reconstructed already once, to give you that different level of force.
I wouldn't trust Nick Chubb again. I think he's going to tear his ACL again. I'm not going to lie. I don't want that to happen. I think he's going to tear it again.
With that being said, he will probably ramp up for 2 to 3 weeks and then be activated. I have significant reservations about his level of effectiveness in terms of cutting, in terms of explosiveness in his first month to 6 weeks back. He'll look better with each week, but he's never been a big guy of receiving. So I'm expecting him to be in a committee. With that being said, is it going to be Ford? Is it going to be Donta Foreman? Is it going to be all three of them? I personally don't have a whole lot of hype and excitement about his fantasy effectiveness. I want to see him run. I'm excited about that. But he will not look like the same player, in my opinion, at least early on in 2024, maybe as the season rolls on. Wishing him the best of luck, but limit your fantasy excitement for him because this is going to be a tough injury to come back from. But maybe realistically by week 8 to 10, he'll look a little bit more like his old self. And even then, maybe top 15 unless he rumbles into the end zone a couple times.
Yeah, shout out to a doctor, man. Shout out to Doc, man.
Hey guys, Dr. Morris.
He definitely won me some plays. I'm not even gonna lie. With all these updates with the injuries, definitely won me some plays, man. Y'all go follow him on Twitter. Let me see. This was September 13th. I'm looking for the most recent ones. I'm guessing he posted tomorrow. That's what I'm guessing. We might not in here. But I gave y'all all my picks in regards to the NFL. So y'all could work with that. I think he got a TikTok as well. TikTok. I don't know what his YouTube is. What is his YouTube? Let me try to find his YouTube. Probably got a video on YouTube. All right, here I got my boy Spoon. He is gonna let us know some of his picks on this one. Check him out.
What's happening, man? Hey, we back with the picks, man. The last week, I went crazy. Last week, I went 7-2. I gave out 9 picks. I had 2 videos. I had the first video, regular game spread, and the second video had pair props. That first video, you go look back. That first video, I gave 5 picks. That went 5-0. Got all them right. Jag solo over, 17.5 hit.
Okay, I got you, fam. Jeremiah Smith versus Ron Williams. I got you. I'll try to cook something up probably tomorrow. Just because you asked for it, I got you, fam. I'm going to see what I can do.
They had 20. Trevor Lawrence over 1.5 TDs hit. He had 2. Colts plus 3.5 hit. Them boys outright won. Bears money, day one. Ravens money. Get that last week. And for that second video, that's why I got the 2 losses. I gave 4 player props, went for 2 for 2. The 2 that hit was the New England kicker, Joey Stale, whatever his name is, over 1.5 field goals. He got that bit. And then I had T. Higgins over receiving. He got it. The 2 losses was Zay Flowers, Zay Flowers, and Cam Dicker. He cost me $2K. Cam Dicker. Last leg.
Crazy.
Needed him. Folded. But this week we smacking though. Y'all get ready. So what I got this week, I might just make one video, you know what I'm saying? Everything gonna be in this video right here.
Hey, y'all listen up. Write down the picks. We giving y'all free picks right now. We giving y'all free picks, man. So y'all write them down. Do whatever y'all gotta do.
First pick, Jets money. Yeah, Jets money, man. They lost to Denver. It was a funny game, you know. Aaron Rodgers was struggling, but what I realized was the Vikings, they blitz a lot though, but they've been playing a whole bunch of young quarterbacks, so they ain't really picking up nothing. You know what I'm saying? Aaron Rodgers gonna pick all that up, and I realized too, the Vikings, they don't got their corners weak.
I wouldn't agree on that one though. You know, Stephon Gilmore, he been playing straight. Byron Murphy, he been playing straight. But when you blitz, you know, you can't even tell if your cornerback's really good or not because the linebackers, they're getting there so quick to the point where the cornerbacks don't really got to do nothing. And the stats show like they're not throwing their weight because they're blitzing so much. But he do got a good point in regards to their DBs. It's a decent point, but I don't think so. I'm not going to ride on that.
And Ross gonna eat them boys alive, man. Hey, Jets money. If you scared, take them run line 3.5. Take them run. If you don't take them money, take them run line 3.5. All right, so boom. Next pick. Browns money. Browns money. I don't care what y'all boys telling me. You know, he a rookie, man. He a rookie, man. Like, bro, Browns money, man. Browns money. And if you scared, take Brown 3.5. I like them boys to win though. Let me see what else I got. Oh, last week we took Jags 17.5 total points. This time we taking Jags money. They gonna win. They gonna win, man. Yeah, I had Colts last week. Don't take them this week, man. Oh, the Colts, they beat the Steelers. Don't worry about last week, man. Don't worry about last week. I'm telling you that right now. Don't worry about last week, man. Jags money.
Oh, man. Y'all can hear me? I think y'all can hear me. Yeah. But on the Jags, they 0-4, so they might pull out their first win. And like Spoon said, Jets, Browns, Jags. Let's see who.
And then my 4 player props. I got 4 player props, 4 game picks. Zay Flowers running him back. He gonna smack. Huntley under rushing.
You think Tyler Huntley gonna be under rushing? That's what he think. He gave the full slip right here. Let me show y'all real quick. Let me zoom in. Full picks on the left right here. Jets money line, Browns money line, Jags money line, Zay Flowers over 47.5 receiving, Tyler Huntley under 35.5 rushing. I don't know about that one, fam. But hey, I'm gonna trail this right here just to see what he's talking about. I'm gonna trail this. He went 7-2 last week. 7-2. Matt Prater, over 1.5 field goals. Curtis Samuels over 30.5 receiving yards. So that's my boy Spoon Picks. He do this for a living, man. This is what he do. This is what he do, man. So I would have some trust in him. I would definitely have some trust. But hey, that's gonna be it for this video. We're gonna be back next week with all of our picks. Hopefully y'all hit tomorrow. I got all my slips in, so we're gonna get that rocking. Hopefully y'all winning money off of this. Hopefully, I'm trying to help y'all. I'm trying to help y'all, man. But shout out to Get Rich Trying. Shout out to Raphael for putting up on me. With this channel, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this channel. This channel, this is my main channel. I really want to put my personal stuff. I might post my music on this channel. I might post my reactions on this channel. What else I'm gonna post on this channel? I got a lot of stuff coming for this channel, but my other channel, which is DGSPN, please y'all go subscribe to that channel. That's where all the Dolphin content will be at. Sometimes I'll hop on here and talk about Dolphins content, but I'll merge it with the other channel. So this video will be on another channel as well. It will be on another channel. So please, y'all, send some love to that channel. Help me get to at least 100K on that channel. Not 100K, 100 subscribers. This channel, we trying to get to that 7K. I got a lot of stuff coming for this channel. Gaming as well. Y'all gonna know the real DG off of this channel, not just Dolphins. This is gonna be the real DG on this channel, man. But hey, I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. You already know what it is. It's DGLivee, Dolphin Game Entertainment. It's your boy DG, and I'm going.
They getting over, got a month of coke because the kid the coldest. Ain't changed, I stay the same and maintain it. Safe to say the kid getting older. Forever gang, I'm never switching over. Made a lane and niggas can't get over. I can't mess with rappers, they be bogus. Rather get the pack and keep it open. Big dripper, stand up in the ocean. Everybody trapping, we get lost. He ain't focused yet, but he ain't got motion. Made a half a ticket out promotion. Shout out Switch and Sweet and keep me rolling. But if we get the op, we gotta smoke. Ride around with Drake, like we OVO. I got some gas and I want smoke. Still got them pass in the hood, call it give and go. Keep a nigga, man, bitch in a figure four. Let me fuck when I want, I just come and go. Man, these rapping too deep for these skinny clothes. I might put me in him in some picture boat. They look bright, this nigga start getting low. I spent time on the ropes on the Lambo and didn't even know how to make them motherfuckers go. On my birthday, I just wanna look at those. Barely people don't play with me, period. You follow behind in the years. In the road, I feel like a tourist. I'm the one from the